Hello, this is Ms. Sharp here to talk with you about credits and GPA. So credits, what we're going to do today is talk about credits, grade differences between middle and high school at Signal Mountain, and how to figure grade point average. Freshmen are earning 1 credit for each class they are taking. You may have earned some high school credits in middle school as well. Middle school students may have earned high school credits in classes like Spanish 1, French 1, German 1, Honors Algebra 1, and some even, handful of students earned credits in Honors Geometry in 8th grade. So know that there's a minimum of 23 credits needed to graduate from high school. These are the credits required for graduation. For instance, 4 math credits, and you have to take a math every year. 4 English, 3 science, 3 social studies, a minimum of 2 foreign language in the same subject, minimum of 1 art, 1 wellness. Yes, that's required. You have to pass that to graduate. Need a half credit of PE, a half of personal finance, and 3 electives in a concentrated area. You will probably end up with more than these. These are just the minimum you must have to graduate. So let me go back to that for a second to say that in high school, you have to get these credits. There's no passing on or, retaining. It's all about getting the credits you need for graduation. Now, another big difference here. This is on page 26 of your student handbook, and it's important. High school grades are finalized at the end of each semester, December and May. For high school courses, semester 1 and semester 2 do not average together for a final year-long average. That's how they do it in middle school, but in high school, your final grade happens semester 1, semester 2, and you don't get a year-long average. Okay, why is that important? Because you need to pass both halves of a class. You can't wait and squeak by. You need both halves. So here is a Power School view for a current freshman, and you see that the Y1 grade is listed there, but tell your parents that doesn't matter. That's just there for middle school students, okay? Ignore the Y1 column. What you need to worry about and care about is semester 1 and semester 2 for each class. This is a transcript for a current 10th grader, and it lists those 8th grade classes they took for high school credit as well as 9th. And I show it to you so you notice there, the 8th grade classes, French 1 and Honors Algebra 1, there's 1 grade listed because in middle school, it's a year-long average. So this person made a B for both classes, and you see it there under the CR column, 1 credit. Okay, but once they get to 9th grade, you'll see all 7 classes there, and they're split up. There's a first semester half credit and a second semester half credit. Okay, look over to the right at their GPA summary. 9th grade GPA for this kid was a 3.7, but look a little lower. It says the cumulative is a 3.556. So why the difference there? Why is that 9th grade GPA different than the cumulative? The answer is because those 2 8th grade classes that were for high school credit get figured in, okay? Whoops. All right, going to another transcript. This is for a current junior, and this junior, I show it to you because he did poorly in Spanish 1 in 8th grade, and he retook it in the 9th. So the lower grade is coded with an NC there, no credit, and it does not figure into the GPA because he retook it. I also show it to you so that you'll notice that this student started off a little bit rough, or rougher than he wanted to in 9th grade and 8th with lower grades, but he's improved. His 9th grade GPA was a 2.5, his 10th grade was a 3.2, so he's heading in the right direction, and that is important. When we talk about GPA, we just throw it around, but what is it? At our school, GPAs range from 0 to 4. So An A average is a 4.0, a B average is a 3.0, C average 2.0, D average 1.0, F average 0.0. So it's going to fall somewhere in there. What if someone had a 3.5 GPA? What does that mean? What average is that? It's basically halfway between an A and a B, 3.5, for example. So what's a good GPA? And that's a subjective question, but what's a good GPA for you? Again, I don't think you have to be perfect, but what's good? What's a good GPA goal for you? You might think of it in terms of the Tennessee Hope Scholarship. So any student that has a cumulative high school grade point average of something, I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, can earn $4,000 per year automatically for an in-state four-year college in Tennessee, either public or private. So how do you get that money? What cumulative grade point average do you have to have in high school to get this money? What do you think? The answer is a 3.0. So a B average will get you this money. There's another way to get the money by earning a ACT score of 21 or higher. It's either or though. So it's important to be thinking about GPA now while you can still change it. Once you're a senior, it's too late. You guys still have time to make a goal and meet it. I want to also show you 3 Tennessee colleges here that have guaranteed admission based on certain GPA and ACT score. They will guarantee you can get in if you have this criteria. So for UTC, University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, 2.85 grade point average and an 18 or higher on the ACT. They have a sliding scale. You can have a little bit lower grades, 2.5 grade point average and a 21 on the ACT. So today, if one of our seniors applied and they had this, these stats are higher, they will be admitted. If they have a tiny bit lower, they're going to get a denial letter to be admitted there. MTSU, 3.0 grade point average or a 22, or 2.7 and a 19 ACT. And then look down there at the end, East Tennessee State University, that's in Johnson City, 2.3 grade point average or a 19. So this kind of thing changes from year to year. This is this year's info, but you want to check because it can vary a little bit from year to year. Also, you need to know that more selective colleges like UT Knoxville, Vanderbilt, Georgia Tech, etc., they do not guarantee admission based on just GPA and test scores. They're going to look at a number of factors holistically, the difficulty of your classes you've chosen, all sorts of stuff, essays, rec letters. So know that selective colleges will not guarantee that they're going to take you based on a certain GPA and ACT score. While those may be important, they don't guarantee it. So you can check a college website, go to the freshman admissions page, and look at specifics. So next thing I want to talk to you about is how is GPA figured. And you've got to just start thinking of A grades as the number 4. Because remember, a 4.0 is an A average. Think of B grades as a 3, C grades as a 2, D grades as a 1, F's as 0. You basically just assign these numbers to your grades and average them by the total number of classes you're taking. That's rule of thumb how to do it. Now we're going to look at a specific example and try to figure out GPA. So this is a freshman. Let's say that he has taken no high school credits yet. So we're just figuring his GPA. He wants to know what it is at the semester. The first little caveat here is that anytime you're in an honors course, the teacher's going to add 3 points to the final numeric grade. So like the honors contemporary issues, if let's say the student makes a 76, teacher will add 3 points to make it a 79. Honors biology, the 73, which is a D. Once those 3 points are added because it's honors, it becomes a C grade of 76, okay? So first step, figure out how many A's, B's, C's, D's, and F's you have. And for this case, this student has 2 A's in honors algebra 1, and in band, he has 1 B in honors English, and he has 4 C's in the rest there, okay? So 2 A's, 1 B, 4 C's. What we're going to do is multiply the total number of those grades by that magic number. Remember how A's are 4s? We're going to say 2 times 4. Remember how B's are 3s? We're going to say 1 times 3. C's are 2s. We're going to say 4 times 2. I'm going to show you on this next page. Okay, so he has 2 A's, so I'll multiply that times a 4. He has 1 B, I'll multiply that times a 3. 4 C's, multiply that times a 2, because a 2 is a C, right? And then we're going to add them up and divide by the total number of classes on the next page. Here we go. So adding them up, 8 plus 3 plus 8 is 19. Now divide, get your calculator out and divide 19 by 7, because there's 7 classes. There's your GPA, 2.71. I wonder if this kid could get into UTC if he had a certain, let's go back to that page and look. He has a 2.71. Let's say his ACT score was 18 and he had a 2.71. Can he get in UTC? 2.71 GPA and an 18. Oh my goodness, no. He can't. If his ACT scores a little higher, he could. Okay, that's why it's important. That's why we're talking about GPA, so you can know and think about it. You don't want to obsess on it, but it's good to understand it so that you can make a goal and meet that goal by the time you apply to college, if that's what you want to do. Okay, so my advice is do your best. It will matter later, but also have some perspective. This is a difficult times with COVID-19. In general, people are having trouble, more trouble than in past years. So give yourself a little bit of a break. You don't have to be perfect, but please do your best. It will matter later. Thanks for listening.